What is going on? Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name's Hannah and I'm glad you're here today. I'm having a little iced coffee this afternoon because I don't know what's going on. I'm just so tired and I kind of had a headache earlier, so you know, you can never have too much coffee, so cheers to that. Got a little caffeine and we are ready for today's video. Really excited to talk to you guys today about 5 ways that you can improve your life through specific habits and lifestyle shifts that you can literally make today. You can start making them today, but I do want to inform you guys that just because you decide to make these changes today, or you do these changes for the next week or maybe even the next 2 weeks, don't expect your life and who you are to just all of a sudden change rapidly, okay? These things take time to implement, and a huge thing that you need to learn through this process of self-development and just growth and becoming better as a human is you need to have patience, okay? You need to have patience with yourself and you need to have patience with the process, because anything that's worth having is going to take time, okay? We live in this era of just receiving things so quickly and receiving exactly what we want when we want it. But that is not the reality of how it works to have things that are actually lasting and things that are going to really make a difference in your character. So when it comes to that, you really need to have patience. You need to really put effort and time into the process, and I promise you it will pay off, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and dive right in. So number 1 at the top of my list, and I actually did put this as number 1 for a reason, because to me it has made the biggest change in my life. It has been the number 1 thing that has always gotten me back on track and focused on my goals, my discipline, just my growth in my mental strength and physical strength. And this is fitness and health. I'm not just saying this because it's like my passion and it's something that I love. I am very fortunate to love this, but you can love it too, okay? I think there's a huge misconception out there that health and fitness is something that's only meant for some people, and other people, it's just, they're like, no, this is not for me. Like, I hate this. And okay, granted, it might not be your favorite thing in the world. You might not crazy enjoy working out as much as I do, but I have developed this love for it because of the way that it makes me feel and how much I've seen just the rewards that it's provided me from the efforts that I've put in, okay? So it's not just something that, you should do because it's good for you. Like, yes, of course, you should be taking care of your body. That is very important. But you guys, like, if you want to develop a strong character and a strong mentality, then fitness is the number 1 way to do so. One thing I love about health and fitness is that no matter what is going on in your life, if you feel like you're in a place right now where you literally have no control over anything in your life, you're always gonna have control over the way that you eat and the way that you take care of your body. You are the only person that has control over your own body. God has given you this body. He says that your body is your temple, okay? So it is very important to take care of it. Take it seriously, you guys. Like, health and fitness isn't just about, being in good shape and looking good. It takes constant discipline, right? Anyone who is on top of their health and fitness goals is a very disciplined person. And when you're able to really strengthen this discipline, it will exude into every other area of your life. You will be a more disciplined person because you are disciplined in your health and fitness. And again, you guys, this doesn't have to be anything that you don't like, okay? Like, health and fitness can literally be anything. It's just a matter of being disciplined enough to show up for yourself every single day and make choices that are going to make you feel good, okay? Number 2 is having a morning routine. This is key, you guys, key. I have noticed a huge change in my life when I started adding in a morning routine. So currently, I'll show you guys what my morning routine is. Very first thing I do in the morning, I drink some water, wash my face, and then I immediately take my reds and my greens, okay? So these are the ones I take They are from First Form, which is my favorite supplement company. I'm not sponsored by them at all, but I highly recommend you guys try these because they actually taste really good. And I have noticed like a huge change since I started taking these. Like my digestion is just so much better. I just feel better. And I know that I'm getting in all of my fruits and veggies for the day. So I always take these first, and I do this on purpose. Like I have these before I have my coffee. So that when I'm drinking my coffee, it's like a reward. It's like, okay, I've taken my healthy stuff. Now I get to have my coffee. Not that coffee is not healthy, but you know. So this is my current routine, you guys. And side note, like this has changed so many times. The goal of it has stayed pretty much the same. And the goal that I think everyone needs to focus on in their morning routine is to really fill up your cup and make sure that you are feeding your soul before anything. Because if you don't feed your soul at the beginning of the day, you're going to go into the day just dealing with all these external things coming at you. And if you haven't I can't even talk, you guys. Taking care of your internal world before going into the external world, then you're not going to show up in a very great manner, right? So the better that you can take care of yourself in the morning, the more that you're going to be able to show up with a full cup throughout the rest of the day, able to give more from your cup and able to handle more that comes at you because you know that you've taken care of yourself. But if you're starting the day with your cup, you know, down here when you should have it up to here, then you're not going to last very long because you didn't take care of yourself first. Okay. So that should always be the main focus of your morning routine, whatever that looks like. It's going to be different for everyone. So again, you guys, like my morning routine, it has changed so many times. This is what I'm doing right now. But again, it could be different, you know, in like a month from now. Like you kind of just need to allow it to evolve as you evolve. And you should never be going into your morning routine being like, ugh, like I have to do this. Like, sure, it does take some discipline to show up and make sure that you're doing it every morning, but it should be something you enjoy, okay? Like, I look forward to my morning routine every day. I'm excited to get out of bed and do my routine. So right now I do my reds and greens, my coffee, and then of course I have my Bible. I open up my Bible app on my phone, and I usually will read, like, I'll have like 2 or 3 different plans going at one time. So I'll read my devotionals from there. I'll do my plans, open my Bible, you know, read my verses for the day. And I also started this daily Kairos journal, which I absolutely love. It's a prayer journal. So this is what it looks like on the inside. And basically what you do is every day you write down a verse you want to memorize, and then you write down 3 things you're grateful for. You write down your prayer for the day, and then you write down an intention. And then over here you can write, you know, what you're currently learning in the Bible, kind of what the Lord is placing on your heart. And then this section is for at the end of the day, you write, you know, how did God show up for me today? What prayers did he answer? And then it also has a weekly section as well that you fill out, like what was the main message for each day, and then at the end of the week, what was kind of the main takeaway from the week. So I've been really, really loving this, and I highly suggest getting some sort of like daily type of journal, planner, anything along those lines, because to me, that's something that has always really helped me as far as, you know, being able to follow something every day, whether it's a daily devotional, like a daily gratitude list, maybe, you know, just having some sort of daily journaling prompt or something like that. If you like to journal, those things can be really, really helpful. And then the third thing I do is I've been reading. So this is the book I'm reading right now. It's called Don't Give the Enemy a Seat at Your Table. It's so good. I've been reading this and doing cardio at the same time. So that's kind of been like my morning thing. So I do my like soul stuff, and then my mind stuff, and my body stuff with my movement in the morning. So I highly recommend doing some sort of reading, some sort of writing, or some sort of movement in the morning. All of those things are really great ways to start the day, just to kind of clear your mind, make sure that you are filling up your cup with something that makes you super happy, something that makes you feel good. And yeah, just getting yourself ready for the day. It has literally been a game changer to have a morning routine and stick with it. And even if you guys are short on time, just getting up 5 minutes earlier just to spend with your morning routine, it's so crucial. And I guarantee you, you will see a change in your day if you start to do that. Okay, number 3 is to have goals. Okay, I am not even gonna lie, I haven't had a lot of goals in a while. And because of that, I've noticed how much it's taken a toll on me and just the way that I feel about myself and, you know, whether I'm succeeding in life or not. I just feel like I haven't been able to have a lot of consistency in my life. I haven't been able to really exercise the discipline that I know that I have within me because I haven't been setting goals for myself. So I find it so important to set some goals for yourself no matter what. I think it's important to always have like a couple of them going at once. So definitely set your like longer term goals and then set some shorter goals for like the week or the month. And this can literally be anything, you guys. Like this can be, if you're not really, you know, into health and fitness and you're just getting into it, you can make goals of, you know, just getting some movement in 3 times a week or going for a walk 3 times a week for this month. And then next month, up it to 4 or 5 times a week or something like that. This can also be goals within, you know, maybe your social life. Like go out, like have a girls' night every week just to make sure that you're, you know, seeing your friends on a constant basis. Anything that you feel that you want to make a priority in your life, make those into goals so that you constantly have something that you're working towards, okay? Or even like reading goals, like, you know, you want to read this many books in the next few months, something like that, okay? So always set yourself some goals. And the number one thing here is to make sure that those goals are attainable for you. So I found that, you know, a lot of times I tend to get really excited about goals and I set these crazy goals because I'm like, oh, I just want to push myself and like, you know, these are the things I really want, but deep down, I know that I'm not going to accomplish these goals. So then subconsciously, I don't do anything because I'm like, well, okay, that's not even going to happen. So I'm not even going to try, right? So it's important to set goals that you know you're going to be able to accomplish, even if they don't seem like that big of goals. Like I said, you know, as far as taking 3 walks a week, like maybe that seems really easy for you, but great. Set yourself that goal. And as you notice you start to reach that goal, then maybe up it a little bit more, but start with something that you know you can accomplish, so that way you can prove to yourself like, hey, I could do this, like I can accomplish this, and you'll make yourself feel a lot better and you will feel a lot more inclined to work towards that goal because you know you're gonna be able to accomplish it. Whew. All right, number 4. This is actually one of my favorite ones because I have noticed a huge change in my life since I started doing this. And this is to filter your diet that you receive from the outside world. So what I mean by this is to really take a look at everything that you are allowing into your mind, okay? So this is things like music, this is things like social media, the things that you are watching on TV, on Netflix, the people that you are following on Instagram, the photos that you are seeing, the thoughts that you are thinking, and even the people that you are around constantly, okay? All of these things play a role into how you are going to be feeling internally. And the more that you are exposed to something, the more that it's gonna become normal to you, and it's gonna start to affect you in ways that you probably wouldn't even realize because it's just become so normal. I'll give you guys an example from my own personal life. So recently, within like the past year or so, I would say, I have pretty much completely stopped listening to rap and hip hop. And to be honest, like I never ever thought that I would be in this position because that was like my favorite type of music, right? Because it's like the most popular, it's like what's in, and it would kind of just be, you know, without me even thinking, I would just kind of play that music. I was around it so much, I heard it all the time at work, at the club. So I just like naturally would listen to it, and every once in a while I'll still play it maybe at the gym or something when I just want to like, you know, get in the zone and be in that vibe of like the hardcore stuff. But for the most part, I just started recognizing how it was making me feel, and I noticed that the lyrics, first of all, they freaking suck. Like, the lyrics are so terrible. The things that it's promoting in the lyrics are just, I don't align with, I don't agree with. And so I don't want to be putting those things into my mind. You know, maybe you're just thinking, oh, well, I just like, it's just a song, you know, I like the beat and I like the style of the music or whatever. Like, you are still listening to the lyrics, and whether you think so or not, those lyrics are going into your subconscious and they are going to start to come out within your life. Like, you're gonna start to think that these things are normal because you're just hearing them all the time in these songs. So I started recognizing that this music just didn't really make me feel good anymore. I realized how like angry all of the music was, and it just seemed very negative, and I didn't want to be filling my mind with that anymore. It didn't really make me feel good. So I started getting a lot more into like house, EDM music, and I recognized that that music is just, it holds such a higher vibration to me that, you know, whenever I play it, it makes me feel happy. It makes me feel good. Obviously, I listen to worship music all the time. I love singing about God, always makes me feel good. So that's one thing that I really started to change in my life that has really helped me a lot. As far as like social media and stuff like that too, another thing that I did was I started to mute or unfollow all of the accounts that just didn't really make me feel good. And you guys, like, you don't have to feel bad about unfollowing specific people. If they don't make you feel good, it doesn't have to be like a personal thing, like, oh, I don't like this person. It can just be like, maybe their content really triggers you, or maybe you just find yourself feeling really jealous and really insecure when you look at someone's content, and that's completely okay. Like, this is your page. Like, you get to decide what you're going to be exposed to. And so what I found is that, you know, I started to follow a lot more pages that were posting just things that made me feel good, like inspirational quotes or quotes about God, things about the Bible. I wanted to open my Instagram and be like, okay, yeah, like this is like adding to my life. And now when I go on my explore page, like all I see is like all this inspirational stuff or like Bible stuff. Every once in a while there'll be some like dogs on there and stuff like that, but just things that make me feel good. I really, really recommend that you take some time to go through your social media, to really think about the music you're listening to, and also just the thoughts that you're thinking. Really take captive all of your thoughts and be like, okay, is this thought serving me? If not, I don't need to be thinking about this thing, right? So again, this is gonna take some time to really develop the habit, but the sooner that you start kind of just questioning things instead of just taking things in because that's what you've always done, like really asking yourself, like, why am I listening to this? Or why am I, you know, looking at this on social media? Or why am I thinking this thought? Why is this person in my life? You know, all of these things, really start asking questions and looking at the value that these things are providing in your life. And if they aren't providing value, then you are allowed to boot them out, okay? The sooner that you're able to filter through what doesn't serve you, the sooner you're gonna be able to bring in more things that do serve you. All right, number 5, last one. So this one is also very, very important. These are all important, but this one is simply just to focus on one day at a time. This is something that honestly has helped me tremendously, and I know it seems like such a crazy simple concept, right? But yet so many of us find ourselves trying to plan out and think about the future and wonder about like, oh my gosh, what is gonna happen tomorrow? Or what am I gonna do for this thing next week? Or, oh my gosh, like I'm not married yet. You know, what if I like never get married? And I don't know, you guys, I have these thoughts all the time, not even gonna lie, but I really want to drill this concept into your head, and I drill it into my own head every day, is just to focus on the day that I have ahead. And even so much as, you know, just the task that I have at hand. Like right now, okay, I'm focused on making this YouTube video. I'm not focused on like, what am I gonna do after this? Or what am I gonna do for the rest of the night? I'm focused on making this video right now. And once I finish this, I will focus on the next task, right? And I think that when we are able to really take things one day at a time, one step at a time, one task at a time, we are gonna be able to, first of all, put more effort into that specific task because our mind isn't going to be distracted by all these other things to do, right? And second, we're going to be able to be a lot more present in our daily lives instead of constantly worrying or thinking about what we didn't accomplish yesterday or what we have to do tomorrow or what we're gonna have to do at the end of the week, right? Like those things, like there's a time and place for that. And yeah, sure, it's still important to plan things out, but just make sure that you're not getting distracted to the point of always thinking about the future, always thinking about the past, or worrying about anything that you don't have control over, okay? Focus on what you can control and what you're able to do right now. Literally, our lives could change within a split second. We don't know anything that's ever going to happen other than in the moment that we have right now. So only focus on what you can control in the moment. Take it one step at a time, one day at a time, and just put your focus and your effort into each task that you're doing in that moment. I found that in doing so, like I've relieved a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, a lot of overwhelm, because overwhelm just comes from, you know, focusing on too many things at one time and usually focused on the future, right? Instead of just being like, okay, so I'm overwhelmed with all these things to do. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna start with this first. I'm gonna get this done. Okay, that's done. Now I'm gonna move to the next thing. Okay, that's done. Before you know it, you're not overwhelmed anymore because you were able to get everything done in its own time. So that is number 5. Make sure you focus on one step at a time and only on what you can control. So that is it. That is it for the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed these tips. I tried to keep it somewhat short, but we'll see how short this ends up being because I know I tend to talk a lot. I get really excited about this type of stuff. I love talking about these things. So if you guys want more videos like this, please let me know. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you took something away from it. Let me know what your favorite tip was today below. And let me know which one that you feel you need to work on the most as well. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. And yeah, make sure you subscribe and like the video. I would really, really appreciate that. And I will see you guys in the next video. Love you so much. I hope you have the most beautiful day of your life, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.